very warm welcome. Today we are looking at another LeetCode question, which is number of islands. Now, this question is very common question in lot many firms because it tries to evaluate you on your DSA skills when it comes to say depth first search or breadth first search. This can be said as a graph problem as well, but it's very important here that okay, you kind of take care of the boundary conditions when you work on these kind of problems, right? Now what the question says is right is that I have a m cross n matrix, and in m cross n matrix we are given a grid which says 1 and zeros. Now 1 here says that it's a land and 0 says it's a water, right? So if in this example, right, if I have a 1 which is associated by any ones in left, right, top and bottom, that is said to be connected. So if I look at this, right, it's connected to this one and this one. Now this is connected to this is connected to this is connected to this is connected to this and this end. So more or less we see, right, all the ones are connected as one island. Hence the output is 1. Now if I look at this example, right, if I look at this one, it is connected to this, now this is connected to this. So this became one widget because now none of the ones are associated to any ones which is horizontally or vertically associated to them. This one is there, but it's diagonal, and diagonal is not counted here, right? Now this is counted as one island. If I look at this one now, this is not associated to the any one, so this is your another island and this is your third island, right? So I hope you would have understood the problem, and now let's get going and solve the problem now. So in this problem, right, what we're going to do, right, we are going to traverse through each and every element of this array, and what we're going to do is whenever we are going to find a 1, we are going to find the adjacent ones, right, as you could have already understood with the problem statement itself. What I mean by that is that say I am having a very small array which is say 1 1 1 0 1 0 and say 1 0 0, right? Now you could have already understood that this the output of this should be 2 because this is not having any adjacent ones and these all are connected, right? So how are we going to do that? So say 1 1 1 0 1 0 and 1 0 0, right? So if you see, this is 0 comma 0, this is 0 comma 1 and this is 0 comma 2. Similarly 1 comma 0 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 2. Now what we're going to do is once we are able to find this, right, now the moment we find it this, we can substitute it with any other character because we know that this is visited now, right? So assume that I got this, I marked it as asterisk. Now when I mark this asterisk, I'll check towards the left and the bottom. I found another one, I'll mark this as asterisk. I'll find left and bottom, I found this one, I marked this as asterisk. Now this is already visited, so this is not gonna be of any use. This is already 0, so this is not gonna be of any use. I will traverse back, I'm here. From here I can see there is another one, right? So I mark this as asterisk. From here there's nothing else. It goes back cursor. Now from here everything is visited. I go back here. From here if I saw this is of no use, so done, I got 1. Now then I'll move forward. I'm at this one, this is already asterisk, that means it's visited. No use, go ahead, visited, no use, come here, 0, no use, we got 0, next asterisk, no use, 0, no use, now again a 1, right? That means I'll do plus, I'll mark this asterisk, nothing else, that means like plus 1 here, that is total equal to 2. Once this is done, this is 0, so output is 2. I hope this explanation would have worked for you, but if in case it doesn't, then I think the moment we are solving this problem, then I think that should also clear int outs if pending, right? So let's get started, right? I'll try to write this program in Python. So in case if in case you face any problems or anything of that sort, please do reach out to me in my comment section. But with this, let's get started. So what we're going to do first, right, is we are going to create how many islands are there, right? So int say total, which is say 0, and I'm going to say is for I in range say len of grid, that means your number of rows and number of columns, right? For j in range len grid 0, right? Now if, as we were talking about, right, if that particular character is 1, then only I'll start counting, right? So what I'm going to say is if say grade I and j is double equal to 1, then I'm going to call my method which is dfs, and I'm going to say self.dfs, and I'm going to pass the grade, the indexes, right? Once this is done, I'll say okay, my total is plus equal to 1, right? And hopefully once everything finishes, I'll just return total. I hope you are with me so far. Now we are going to define what dfs is. So this is self comma grade comma I comma j. Now what we are going to do is we are going to check the boundary conditions. So if you remember, right, everything outside this matrix is a C, right? So that means and what we need to also ensure is that when I'm trying to traverse a given index, it is not out of bound, right? So what I'm going to do is if say I is less than 0 or say j is less than 0 or say I is greater than the length of the grid, so len of grid, and or j is greater than equal to len of grade of 0. So this is like you covered all the scenarios where you're going outside the grid. Also you have to cover a scenario where a given index is either 0 or visited, right? That means or grade I and j is not equal to 1, right? In that case, what I have to do is simply return, nothing to do, right? Now when I'm coming outside is, that means I've already that particular index is 1, so I need to mark that as visited, right? So I'll say grade I j is equal to say visited, we thought of having an asterisk, and what you're going to say is now I'll call all the top, bottom, left, right indexes elsewhere. So self.dfs, say which is grade comma I plus 1 comma j, self dot dfs grade comma I minus 1 comma j, self dot dfs grade I comma j plus 1, and self dot dfs grade I comma j minus 1. That's it. I think this should do the trick for us. So let me run this through to see if I have not made any mistakes. Okay, so there is a problem. Okay, shoot. Sorry for this. Okay, so for the test case scenarios, it is working. Let me submit it. So it's failing on the condition where it's getting out of bound. So I think one thing which I can check is that whether this grid is having any values or not in the first place. So what I can say is, if not grid, then say return 0. That means there is no element in the grid in the first place. Okay, submit it again. Okay, I got area bound again. Let me check. Oh, greater than equal to. It got accepted. So what's the, if you see, right, I made few mistakes. Those mistakes are more like that, okay, I didn't cover all the boundary conditions, and I think that is one of the major evaluating criteria, that how thorough we are thinking. Here equal to was missing, hence the problem. And here, if say the grid was not having any value in the first place, the grid is null, right? In those scenarios, I need to take care of those conditions as well. So I hope you would have understood the explanation and the program, what we have done. In case you still have any problems, any doubts, please do reach out to me in the comment section. Please do like and subscribe the video if you liked it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.